This whole wave of being nonchalant is a plague that has rapidly spread through our current society, and it seriously has to be stopped. Like, I can't begin to stress how important it is for people to actually understand. Not a single soul is trying to deal with someone who thinks they're Bruce Wayne on a random Monday morning. The theory of people increasingly wanting to be nonchalant is not something that is any new in our society today. One could even explore the theory that the fundamental roots and expectations of a man is that he can't show certain emotion because these emotions are widely believed to reflect weakness or a lack of masculinity. But I really think that this whole nonchalant behavior and the push for a more mysterious type of personality really became a big and popular thing with the whole push for the toxic boy culture. Man, people don't know how much hype Future had back in the day for being a deadbeat dad and someone who was emotionally unavailable.
Sensational.
Like, this guy had LeBron level hype at some point. I mean, everybody wanted to be this guy. They were using his face for memes on the internet. He was like this kind of messiah for a lot of people. This guy had grown men changing their whole personalities just to say that they were like Future. And as a 16-year-old at the time, I have to admit I was guilty of being part of this movement. I personally thought it was the direct path to pulling all the huzz.
Stop the cap.
But as I grew older, I came to realize that grown men who came on the internet to brag about smashing and breaking an innocent girl's heart just to get a plaque of approval and affirmation of being a toxic boy like it was a masculine thing to do has to make you about the biggest loser anybody can imagine. And especially with the rise of these corny self-proclaimed alpha males and their atrocious takes on masculinity, there was no stopping this behavior. These guys hit a clutch 3 to win the game. With these quote-unquote self-proclaimed red pill gurus leaving dents on many young men, it seems as though everybody's starting to catch this false notion that moving around without a care of anything in the world makes you some kind of intriguing and mysterious person that everybody is gravitated to. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Like, we all know that one person that always tries to act like a superstar in every situation and make you feel like a conversation between you and them is some kind of fan interview. Like my brother in Christ, you're not Cardi, bro. I can't stress how detrimental trying to be nonchalant every time is to you, because the more you practice and actually live this persona, you start to lose your actual personality. And as this drains the authenticity of your actual identity, you will eventually lose your appreciation for most of everything, both big and small. And you know it has become a real problem when even big creators start to address it.
But y'all, that's what's wrong with y'all in this new world. Y'all too cool. Y'all so cool, you can't do nothing. I'm so glad I never grew up in an era where niggas was so goddamn cool, you can't do shit. Do you know how boring life is when you gotta be cool? When you gotta be cool, life is boring as a bitch. You conforming, I mean, to everybody else. You never find out who you are. You never find out what you actually like. You never find your passion in life because you're too cool for all that. You know what I'm saying? You're too cool for everybody. You're too cool for God. You're too cool for yourself. But you're not too cool for them hoes, huh? That's all you worried about. No, not even knowing that you get the hoes more when you being yourself more than being cool. That's crazy. But hey, y'all keep walking whatever way y'all want to walk.
No take about this particular subject could get any more valid than this. And it's crazy when you really find out that this whole rant really started because someone tried to bully him for saying that Disney Channel was an important part of his childhood. Like, when did we become too nonchalant to admit that Disney Channel was fire while growing up? Phineas and Ferb, Gravity Falls, Ant Farm, Kicking It, Kim Possible, Wizards of Waverly Place, freaking Kick Butowski, dog. Like, Disney was on a whole generational run, dropping heat after heat, shot after shot, no miss, 100% from the field. Do you know how sad your life has to be to claim that Disney Channel was lame? If your quest of being nonchalant and having a cool perception in front of people is that bad, do that within the confines of your own home, bro. Keep that shit over there. And one thing that everybody like this really has in common is that they have a specific template of a specific person that they look up to and try to imitate. Like, I'm pretty sure by now we're all familiar with the Patrick Bateman fanboys. Like, these guys take time out of their days to edit the living fuck out of Patrick Bateman clips and try to take his character out of context by illustrating these clips that show masculinity and his lack of showing emotion. And yes, I understand that a lot of these are jokes and some of it is just purely satire, but believe me when I tell you that there are people who really rally behind this character, saying that they can relate to him and they want to be like him. Like, the guy's a literal psychopath, bro. That the point of the whole movie is for you not to become like him. No soul should actually want to emulate someone who's obsessed about the superficiality of certain social circles and the material materialism that come with them. Saying that you relate to that guy and you want to be nonchalant just like him is not cool. No matter how good those edits look on social media, actually wanting to be like him is just insane. Another big example where you can find this kind of behavior from are the Duke Dennis fanboys, or pretty much anybody who's tuned into the streaming community. When it comes to the topic of the coolest personalities in streaming, I think Duke Dennis is in the argument to be at the center of the whole thing. And in many instances in his streams, he seems to reflect the cultural archetype of a bad boy persona. And for some weird reason that I can't explain, it never fails to attract the huzz.
What's it for? What's it for? What's the video for?
We're doing
Oh shit, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the video.
Oh, now you're good. So, now,
You look good in it. You look good.
Really?
With it, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I bling.
It's like shining.
Right.
That is like shining.
Right.
You said $100. I love that. You're blinging. You're
Right.
blinging.
Okay.
You got your grill.
Yeah. Okay.
You got your chains.
Yeah, I think y'all boyfriend just left y'all.
Yeah, they did. Well, they're good. They're good. No, we don't care about them. We'll find our way back to them.
I mean, leaving your boyfriends just to go touch up on Duke Dennis is crazy. Like, ref, please do something, man. What more are we supposed to do?
I can't fucking compete.
I'm in no way, shape, or form hating on Duke Dennis when I say this, but I think Duke Dennis might have ruined a generation of men. And I'm not saying him being who he is and doing what he does is a bad thing, but I'm talking about his indirect influence on both his fan base and people who even tune into him in general. Ever since this guy started the whole unspoken Riz trend, he has had to do the very bare minimum to get any girl attracted to him. And whether you like or hate the guy, you can't blame the guy for creating his own jump shot because that shot is green. But the problem comes when people try to overly replicate this persona, thinking that it's gonna get them the huzz. And I feel like the whole thing is starting to die down now, but for a period in time, everybody and their mom wanted to move like Duke Dennis. All of a sudden, having normal small talk with people became a mind-numbing exercise because it seemed like nobody wanted to have an actual personality anymore. All of a sudden, we had a random Jamal purposefully walking into class 10 minutes late on a random Monday morning just to aura farm his nonchalant behavior in front of the huzz. Saying the words type shit to a teacher who just announced that you missed one of 3 quizzes that count up to 30% of your grade is probably the dumbest answer that you could give. That doesn't make you mysterious, bro. You're not scoring on the girls. They all think you're an idiot. And I have no idea if stupidity is a collective thing among these types of people that easily throw away their personality for this nonchalant persona like they're the Dark Knight or something. But they're missing one simple point. Like my brother in Christ, you're not Duke Dennis. The guy is literally rich and famous, and he has girls already going crazy over him without them even meeting him in person.
Davis? No.
You're an average guy with none of those 3 things I just mentioned going on for yourself. Attempting to do some of the things that a lot of these streamers do on camera would probably land you in the back of a cop car for a sexual harassment charge. And let's say this ends up somehow working for you. In an extremely unlikely event, the whole nonchalant persona actually bags the huzz, or serves its purpose by allowing people to think that you're actually more interesting or intriguing than you actually seem. Was it worth it going out of your way to act like someone you were not just to get people to like you or find you interesting? Like, what part of it really benefits you? And that's why the whole thing doesn't make sense to me. You're not a toxic boy. You're not Future. You're not cut for breaking hearts left and right. You're not Patrick Bateman. You're not Duke Dennis. You're not Nonchalant. None of us are the Dark Knight, bro. And I couldn't possibly put this any other way, but no matter how hard you tried,
you're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
And that's honestly a good thing, because having your own authentic personality and being completely original and unique to who you are goes far beyond any societal trend or expectation from you as a person. And I completely understand that it might be extremely hard at times because of the expectations that society pushes towards men and masculinity, but it's okay for you to be yourself and be passionate about the things that you like. Whether you happen to be the person that is into cars, whether you're into anime, whether it is watching sports, whether it is drawing, painting, it doesn't matter. It's always important to remember that it's okay to be you and that you're enough. Anyways, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the sub if you would enjoy more content like this. And if you've made it this far, you might as well watch another one of my vids. You might find it interesting.